Good afternoon, everyone. Lovely to see you. I would love to have a personal chat with you all. It would be really nice, but time is of the essence. And one of the things I always promise is to keep to 30 minutes on this coaching. And I think it's why a lot of people like it and why they home in and come on the YouTube recordings afterwards. So, what I'm going to do today is something that I received from Mr. Critchley, and it's really, really good. And I know that Ros will have seen it, but I think to have what I call a refresher, and I know that actually Lindsay has too. He did it super quick. If anybody knows Mr. Critchley, our 5-star NNL, he talks at breakneck speed. And sometimes you just want to say to him, slow down, slow down. But he very kindly, I had a chat with him, and he very kindly sent me some slides. And I'm going to go through something today, which is about helping you, all right, reach out. Now, one of the things I'm going to say before we actually get going is the power of what we do is it's got to be simple. Are we all agreed on that? If it's not simple, it can't be duplicated. And I think sometimes people complicate something, and they shouldn't. It needs to be lovely and simple, and that way it can be then passed on. It's like passing the baton in a relay race. It needs to be the same thing that happened before, and that way everybody could do it. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to talk through this at a pace that hopefully everyone can maybe make notes. So, okay. Hopefully, I'm going to ask Fran because she's in my view. Can you see benefit and permission? Excellent. Right. This is all about creating permission and that. So this is a way of reaching out to prospects, customers and partners. I'm hoping you'll hear the word partners more than customers. Okay, really important because that's the way that you build a network. I'm going to remind you all of something. All the people with large businesses have not done it on their own. All right, that is not network marketing. If you are only concentrating on customers, you are as good as a retailer. Now, you're probably thinking, well, that's the pot calling their kettle black, Lisa. You with these wretched 700 plus customers. Well, I'm going to say possibly for a few years I had a blonde moment. But early on, God, is it 2 decades ago? It is a long time ago. When I started, we didn't earn the kind of money we earn now. And in fact, I used to say the maximum I could earn was £20 when I went out. Well, it wasn't really. It averaged about 15. You had to do a lot of customers to earn some money. Okay. But it's been made far, far easier now. So everybody should be thinking all the time that when you present, you are rowing with both oars and you're aiming at showing that partner opportunity. Because remember this, it's not always at the person you're directing it to, it's the people that they know. All right. It's when I think about, here we are, the best example I can give you. Stephen Val White will know this. I went on an appointment and met and I met the lady at the Simply Red concert in Bewley, 1st of June 2006. I can remember that because it was an auspicious, like, yeah, I was seeing Mick Hucknall live, you know. And I met a lady and her husband, and after an hour of her complaining, she said to me, oh, what do you do, Lisa? She was just having a moan about her marriage. And I said, oh, I wasn't in the mood. I just said, oh, I show people how to make money and save money. If you're interested in either, yeah, give me a call. And I just gave her a card. And honestly, that's all I said to her. But she followed it up 2 weeks later. And I went and showed her the opportunity, showed her the whole thing. And I said to her, is there anyone you know that would be really interested in showing people how to make money by helping people to save money. Please make a note of that phrase. It's really simple. Do you know anyone that would be interested in making money to show people how to save money? And she said, oh, yes, I've got a nephew. His name's Stuart, and he has the Midas touch. Is this network marketing? I said, yes. She said, oh, he'll love this. So what do you think I did? I didn't hang around. I said, come on, let's call him. And we phoned him there and then. And Stuart Edmondson, to cut a long story short, is the senior group leader now. Okay. So who could you talk to next that could be another Stuart Edmondson? Many, many more like it. So let's show you how this can help you. Do remember what it says here. What works is irrelevant. What counts is, does it duplicate? Okay, there's no good being a clever dick. Sorry, guys, I'm going to say it as it is. No good being absolutely super like, oh, I know this, I know that. If it can't duplicate, it's not network marketing. The power is in numbers. A lot of people doing a little creates a lot. That's my phrase. A lot of people doing a little creates a lot. Guys, I might have 700 customers, but I tell you what, I earn 3 times more off the team. That's powerful. Okay. And if I'd started that earlier, it would be even more. So, Mr. Critchley, he gave us this. How wonderful. So, to a potential customer from a UW partner, could you excuse the unusual approach? Have you heard there are some people in the local area making some great savings on their utility bills? Would you like to know how it works? That is the most fantastic phrase. And it's straight out of what I would call the toolbox of Big Al. It's a Big Al moment. Come out with a statement, excuse the unusual approach. It stops them in their tracks, just like that. Have you heard there are some people in the local area making some great savings on their utility bills? Would you like to know how it works? Do you think you could do that a few times? You know, like if you get natter into somebody in the queue at Tesco's or wherever. Yeah. Hear them moaning about everything. Yeah. This works. Okay. How about this? To a potential new partner from a UW partner. Hang on, I'm just going to move us out of the way so I can read it too. Excuse the unusual approach. By the way, have you noticed that the words are very similar? Have you heard there are some people in the local area earning an extra £400 to £600 a month, part-time, without it affecting their jobs? Would you like to know how it works? Do you know what? I meet people all the time, and the interesting thing is, what I tend to find, people will they'll start off with everything's great in life, and it can look great in life. Is that true? And then when, a bit like an onion, and you peel the layers, all of a sudden you start hearing the tears. You start hearing actually that everything in life isn't great. How many times has someone said to you, how are you? And what's the automatic response? Oh yeah, I'm fine. I'm great. And then if you get chatting, you start to hear, well, actually, my mother's not very well and life is taking a turn for the worse. I'm having to look after her more and it's affecting my job. And you start hearing all this stuff. Something like this can really work. Okay. Now, I say something very similar, but here's what I'm going to say to you. Mr. Critchley didn't get to where he is without being stupid. I think he knows a thing or two about networking. And he's come out with stuff over the years that is really sensational. And do you know what? Does anyone know how many customers he's actually got? Not many, but he earns off of over, I don't know, it's like 600,000 at an average of 13 pence per service per customer. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of residual income. Are you aware he's on over £83,000? £83,000 a month. I think we ought to take note of this, don't you? I think he knows a thing or two. How about this? So he now mentions about this. When you hear dissatisfaction, this is what you could say. Please note, similar words. Excuse the unusual approach. I couldn't help overhearing you saying, have you heard? There are some people in the local area earning an extra £400 to £600 a month part-time without affecting their jobs. Would you like to know how it works? So all you're doing is actually changing the first sentence effectively. Yeah? How good is that? How simple is that? Do you think that's something you could learn verbatim? I do. It's a bit like, I know that when I speak to someone, when I'm doing the presentation and I say to them, now look, Ben Fogle is going to show you all about how less money should be going out and more money coming in. When you watch it, would you do us a favour? I'd love to know what you like best. What's most important to you? Those words, what you like best. Don't change them. They work. It directs the brain to think about what they like best. Same as these things here. Excuse the unusual approach. It's all about getting the brain to think, oh, something important happening now. Okay. So now, keeping relationships. Okay, here we go. So this is really good stuff. This is the why. You know what we're on about when we talk about your why. So as you know, let's use Fran, I can see her. As you know, I'm a teacher. What I love about what I do is, and she'll probably say, I just love affecting the children's lives and improving it forever. And it gives me such a thrill. And she'll go off. However, the problem is, I don't earn as much as I'd like to. And it's really expensive over here. So I've decided to do something about it. Yeah? Will you help me? Now, what would you then write? You'd then say, well, I've decided to do something about it. And I found a way of earning an extra £400 to £600 a month without affecting my job, but it's making the difference. So what we're doing now is incorporating a bit of that early stuff, the why. This is good. If you haven't written those words down, guys, do it. It's really good stuff. It's really good stuff. All right, really good. So something now I want to show you, and this is the thing more than anything else. He has gone into some information all about pensions. This is scary. Okay, this is really scary stuff. I don't know if you guys are sorted with your pension, but I have said to him for a number of years, and what I'm about to say is the truth here, that I have never decided In fact, I've been saying it for 20 years. I kind of decided years ago that I don't think the state is going to look after us. Now, my mum is fortunate that she's got a widow's pension, she's got a state pension, and dad and her, they sort about doing a few things. And she's not wealthy, but she's comfortable. But I don't think that's going to be the state of play for most of us. And then, hear this. So I've got 4 years to go and I am pensionable age. I know you didn't think I was that old. Go on, say it yet. But it's true. 4 years to go and I'll be 67. Now, hear this. We've just had a change of government. Supposedly a change of government. I believe they're both wings of the same bird. But anyway, they're all being told what to do. However, this is scary. This is real. Rachel Reeves, within 2 days of Starmer and the Labour Party getting in, announced on the BBC News, so it has to be true, announced, guess what? The state pension will no longer be an entitlement, but a benefit. Now, those are the most scary words. That means they're now saying, just because you've paid in all your life, we paid in, don't think you're going to get anything. Guess what she went on to say? Oh, this is terrible. She has said, I was so gobsmacked, I nearly fell over. She said, if you are earning, wait for it, more than £30,000 a year, you are one of those that won't be entitled. Now you tell me, isn't that the majority of the population? I mean, can you survive on 30,000 a year? I don't know, but that's seriously scary. That's only just over the national average wage. So I find this frightening. Okay, so now let's look at what UW can do for folk. Guys, please, please, please make a note of this. All right. Take a photograph if you wish. Okay. I'm trying to move us out the way so you can get all the words. So the average UK pension pot, evidently, is 30,000. That's £175 a month at a 6% return, right, per annum gives £1,800, which is only £150 a month. Who can survive on £150? Really? I can't even do the weekly shop for that. And we try to. Here's a more scary statistic. You've got to know this stuff. 1 in 3, so that's about 15 million of the UK, do not have any pension. And I'm sorry, but do you know what? Youngsters don't think this is important. Yes, it is. It's really important. Imagine that, 15 million do not have any pension of working age. So here we are. We've got an incredible solution here. 2 homeowner, 3 service customers a month, part-time for just 5 years. Bring someone in and say to them, look, here you go, 5 years, invest 5 years. Just 2, that's, come on guys, that's only about 4 hours a month. Honestly, it is, yeah? So bring in 2, 3 service homeowners a month. That's 120 customers at £4 residual, and he's been really low on that. Okay, that equates to £480 a month. That's like almost triple, isn't it? Triple. What's going on with the average pension pot? Now, hear this. That's the equivalent of having a pension pot of nearly £100,000 at a 6% return is 6,000 a year. £500 a month. Wow. So I'm going to stop the share now. Okay. And I'm going to unmute. Can you unmute yourselves? Because I think that is pretty incredible. Do you not think we have a duty to reach out to as many people as possible and give them this chance?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Definitely.
really do. I feel partly enthused, but not enthused in a positive way. It's like enthused that, oh my God, there's something I can help them. But I'm also like, oh my God, I cannot believe so many people need help. That actually,
I feel slightly sick.
yeah, that's the word.
Generally,
Yeah,
I feel slightly sick by that. I missed it completely. That's horrific.
it's horrific. And that's the effect it had on me. And I don't think when he gave this, because Steve, Val, Ben, Lindsay, Roz, you guys were in the room, weren't you?
Yeah.
I don't think it powerfully got across. But me, I digested this and I thought, wow, this is serious. I've got to reach out to as many people as possible. And all of a sudden, I now feel this incredible urgency that I'm not doing enough. I'm really not doing enough. I've got to reach out. There are people out there that really need this.
Yeah, agree.
It's a different approach, isn't it? In my head now, I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, how do I get that? As you said, all those slides, I'm going to go back through those, get my wording sorted, because I want to put out a broadcast message to my customers and go, it's wording it nicely.
Can I make a big suggestion, Fran? Sounds lovely. But I wouldn't. I pick up the bloody phone.
Yeah, and pick up the phone.
No, really. I'll tell you why. Because what they want to hear is again, I keep on about this, your passion, your intonation, your sincerity, your earnestness. Because sometimes words cannot, the written word isn't there. But it's not definite policy they're thinking about, testing the waters, seeing if people shriek. Oh, I agree with you, Lindsay, but I tell you what, when she announced that, I was like, oh my gosh, are you having a laugh? Can I just say something here? The general public are used to their whole lives being told what to do. Sorry, Fran. In primary school, middle school, seniors, college, then in work, they just don't question stuff.
No.
And I don't think there will be an outpouring because they've just accepted so much in life. It's like, oh, well, that's what we've got. That's what we have to accept. No, there's a different way. There really is. And do you know what? Shall I tell you why I'm passionate? Listen, I use Tropic creams.
Yeah.
Because it's organic and it's lovely. But personally, I wouldn't do it as a business because you've got to buy product and sell product. And it's the same as like, there's quite a lot of things I use organic and I want it, but I wouldn't sell it. But what I would say about this is we are offering essential services, whether you like it or not.
You're paying for
You've got to pay for this stuff. And I say to people, I get people say, oh, I wouldn't like to be selling it. And I say, well, to me, it's not a sale. Because they're already using it. You haven't got to convince them to use it. All you're doing is saying, look, come over, get simpler billing, get better customer service. And guess what? Transfer your spend now to always pay less.
Yeah.
That's not a sale. No, I've always thought that. So I feel completely like what I'm doing is a great thing. I'm generally helping people. And I just want to show people how to do that more. Because guess what? Out there, job land is not fulfilling. And hear this. It's not fulfilling people that are self-employed either.
No.
Because when they don't work, they don't get paid. Now, I've got to talk a bit quietly because I've got painters down here at the moment. Going on. And I know that they're not earning that much. I know. So I'm dropping little hints, little, that this.
You don't drop hints. You drop massive bangers, and they'll be signed up before they're finished. Before the paint
Absolutely.
has dried.
Yeah. Well, I take this. I've got the plasterer. But listen, in all seriousness, guys,
Yeah.
I thought I'd just focus on this because honestly, not just keep this to yourselves. Will you pass this word on to the teams?
Yes.
I mean, I'm hoping a lot of people will watch the replay on this, and they do, because I can see on YouTube how many do. All right. And I get a lot of people say to me afterwards, oh God, they send me private messages. Thanks, Lisa. That one was really good. Liz Webb, actually, oh bless her. She sent me a lovely message on Sunday to say that whatever I can't remember now, but it was nice words. I'm not after the feedback in that respect. What I'm hoping to is impact people so that they'll take this and think, yeah, actually, do you know what? We need to do something. And if you think about it, come on, really, really, 2 customers a month. Do you know what? And here's the other thing. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm going to be really sensitive here. Is your business reactive or are you proactive? Ooh. Are you waiting for it to drop in your laps? Are you not really proactive? Because there is a lovely SGL, her name is Karen Morgan, and we met up very sadly on Friday at a funeral of the lovely dear departed Michael Davis. That's Michael and Julie Davis, that every penny they've ever earned from UW has gone to supporting their incredible charity that built an Indian village in the name of their daughter, Elizabeth Ann, that they lost at 16. In their presence, I am seriously humble. But Karen was there, and many, many years ago, Karen Morgan said to me, Lisa, are you reactive or proactive in your business? And I said, what do you mean? She said, well, do you like constantly answer questions and you consider yourself that that's work? Are you setting up spreadsheets for some sort of like 20K and you think that's work? Are you doing all sorts? And I looked at her and she said, that isn't work. That's admin. She said, proactive is actually reaching out to new prospects. And if you are not doing that and touching your business in that effect at least once a day, because you've only got to do once even, and actually it makes a massive difference. Because if you did it once a day, only once, that's 7 times a week. That's 30 times a month. Ooh, am I hitting the nerve?
Yes. I reached out to one person. I had one appointment. I've signed that person up this morning, a homeowner with services, all the services for Sims. And that was from one phone call.
Okay. Here's something else. There's the lady that's not on here at the moment. She may be on it, but maybe she's up because sometimes it goes off the screen. Her name is Asha, and I brought her in from the Dorset County show last September. And Asha came along to the Bournemouth Buzz on Thursday where Steve did this. Thankfully, I'm so glad she was sat in. Oh no! Oh, it's the man himself. You'll have to wait. Sorry. 2 seconds. Oh no way. Sorry. I'm sorry, Steve, but bad news. Right. So she was impacted by what he said. And she said in a group chat, I've got to get out of my way. I've got to do something. And she rang 4 people that she believed she had no chance with, no hope in hell with. Guess how many appointments she made? 3 out of 4. Yeah, because she came along to that buzz and it affected her. So, we talk about the power of events. There you go. That's why you need to be there, because you miss this stuff. We miss it.
And it's the power of you, and it's the power of you. And you show us how much you care about this business and what it can do. And that's the injection we need as well. So thank you.
Oh, thank you very much. Well, look, we've gone a minute over time. We did start 2 minutes over time. So we are allowed 1 more minute. Any questions about this? Any questions?
No, I need to ring.
Yeah.
Okay. Was that useful?
Yeah,
very good.
Yeah, thank you.
Excellent. Really glad that I did this. Now, listen, guys, next week, I can't do it. I'm on a plane on the way to Tenerife, UW holiday. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass this over to somebody because I'd like this to continue. And somebody that is really, really good, I'm going to pass it over to, so it will continue in the name of the 4:30 Yessave team coaching. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you.
Excellent.
Thanks
So
very much,
not
Lisa.
me. I can't say see you next week. It'll be a surprise.
Thanks,
Take care.
Lisa.
Bye.
Thanks very much, Lisa. Bye.
Have a good